welcome the hysteria, the theatrics, the spectacle that Mahua Moitra probably hoped to gain some empathy and some sympathy is not happening. The fact is, she's corrupt. Now, a corrupt person screams and shouts and gets hysterical and does drama doesn't change the fact that the person is a corrupt person. If you're corrupt, you're corrupt. You do all the drama you want. So Mahua Moitra is corrupt. And why is she corrupt? Because she has compromised for her selfish interest, for her personal interest, possibly a material interest, the security of the Parliament of India. She has sold her parliamentary access, ladies and gentlemen, and that's what makes her corrupt. If a corrupt person says, oh my God, I'm being victimized, who's going to believe them? So bottom line is, she's a corrupt person. She should be punished even more. Ladies and gentlemen, this entire congregation of support, the systemic unity to defend an act of corruption by the India Alliance is a comical thing. It's a comical. It's a comedy show by the Lutyens cabal, what they are doing. Ludicrous in my view. People who can't get together and unite on seat sharing, on Kashmir, on Sanatan, on any decision, are uniting in support to support an act that involves the trade of parliamentary access for a price. Mahua, whose instability in public utterances, in my view, should be studied closely. She has a problem. She wanted to suddenly speak in Parliament before the voting that expelled her. This is a person, ladies and gentlemen, who staged a walkout shrieking and shrieking and shrieking and screaming when she was given a chance to explain before the ethics panel. There was more drama there. Now, if you go through the transcript, her templated responses, it effectively has this attitude where she's telling the parliamentary panel, it's none of your business. She won't listen to the parliamentary panel. She wants to tell Parliament and explain her position. And all of Mamta's MPs and the Congress were on their feet, fighting to defend the right to freedom of expression for a person who has traded for a price. And I keep repeating this. She has traded, she has sold for a price her parliamentary access to someone with monetary interest on foreign soil. This is some next level pseudo-wokeism we are seeing. This typical stale, stupid pseudo approach of dragging freedom of expression into everything. How stupid can you be? How stupid can these pseudos become? This is corruption. It's not freedom of expression. It is sale of parliamentary access. To those stupid people, I would have to say, when you sell your parliamentary access, you don't justify it saying democracy. It's madness. Ladies and gentlemen, beyond the comic antics and theatrics, what this 495-page Ethics Committee report indicates in no uncertain terms through careful scrutiny of mapping of IPs is that it was not at all Mahua sitting in Dubai. Through one revelry trip or the other, she went on about logging in and logging out. Because out of the 47 times her login was used from the United Arab Emirates, not one of them were on the dates that she was in Dubai. So that was also a lie. How many more lies, Mahua? How many more lies? Complete stupidity of this brigade. What is also certain is that this now moves not only to the CBI to investigate, but also the angle of national security will become the central point in addition to corruption. Because Mahua could not only be a corporate plant into Parliament, she has also opened up the privy she had as an MP to bills like those concerning Jammu and Kashmir, to a businessman sitting abroad. Complete compromise of national security. It's all very, very serious. And this stupid jilted lover theory, this stupid dog theory, all these angles, pulling the single woman card, the single woman theory, all of it does not cut ice and will not cut ice anymore. Mahua Moitra, hear it loud and clear. Nobody cares about your private life. Do what you want. What we care about is that you sold the privilege you got as a member of Parliament. The pages of the report are in the public. And with it today is the larger question that looms, and this is my take and demand really, that an individual like Mahua Moitra cannot just get expelled from this session of Parliament. there has to be a lifelong ban on her, on finding a way back in. This is a person who has compromised Parliament. She has to be banned lifelong from Parliament because for far too long we have naturalized, we have accepted, we the electorate have soaked in all kinds into Parliament under the qualification that someone is innocent till proven guilty. I agree with the principle, but the accused cannot sit in the temple of democracy whose sanctity she is accused of trading for a price until the wheels of justice move from court to court and probe to probe. That is my view, ladies and gentlemen. We'll go straight 9 to 11 p.m. on the Mahua case tonight, debate number 1 this evening. First of all, the stupid freedom of expression theory. This ridiculous and totally stupid attempt, ladies and gentlemen, of trying to make this out to be a case of victimhood. And debate number 2, she's now playing the victim card, she's playing the woman card. She's saying, I'm a single woman. What has being a single woman got to do with what she has done? What has being a single woman got to do with the terrible things this person has done? That's debate number 2, and here are the headlines this Friday evening on the debate tonight.
सांसद श्रीमती महुआ मित्रा का आचरण अनैतिक और संसद सदस्य के रूप में अशोभनीय है, इसलिए संकल्प करती है कि उन्हें लोकसभा की सदस्यता से निष्कासित कर दिया जाए।
Disgraced scam hit Mahua Moitra expelled from the Lok Sabha over grave charges of corruption and breach of parliament access.
You hate minorities, you hate women, you detest Nari Shakti, you cannot handle power and authority.
Caught red-handed, silent on bribe allegations, Mahua tries very hard to play the victim card, says the BJP is against women. But she's in big trouble for the terrible acts of corruption she has done. The CBI begins a preliminary probe into the cash for query allegations against the disgraced Mahua Moitra.
मोहब्बत की दुकान पर करप्शन का कारोबार चल रहा है। कांग्रेस के आला कमान को, गांधी खानदान को, देश को ये बतलाना होगा 200 करोड़ रुपए जो बरामद हुए और काउंटिंग अभी जारी है, ये कांग्रेस का नेता गांधी खानदान में किसका एटीएम था?
9 almiras and 156 bags of cash recovered from Rahul Gandhi's right-hand man by the Income Tax Department in 3 states. Congress MP under the agency scanner. Prime Minister hits out at the Congress over corruption, says every single penny will have to be returned.
पूरन जी का बारे में कोई ज्ञान नहीं है, उनको कुछ बात बोलना नहीं सही है। असम कभी म्यांमार का पार्ट नहीं था।
And Himanta Biswa Sharma gives it back to Kapil Sibal for distorting history and saying that Assam was part of Myanmar. Ladies and gentlemen, the disgraced, scandal-hit, scam-ridden, controversial Mahua Moitra has finally been thrown out from Parliament over serious charges of accepting cash and expensive gifts from a businessman and knowingly compromising parliamentary access and allowing parliamentary access from foreign soil. The charge is very, very serious, ladies and gentlemen. The charge of compromising national interest, and the fact is she's been caught red-handed. There is zero sympathy for her. There is no way she can deny it. But the India Alliance feels that she is the one person they need to rally around. The story of how the India Alliance is backing a disgraced and corrupt ex-member of Parliament. Let's debate.
सांसद श्रीमती महुआ मित्रा का आचरण अनैतिक और संसद सदस्य के रूप में अशोभनीय है और इस कारण उनको लोकसभा सदस्य बने रहना उपयुक्त नहीं होगा। इसलिए संकल्प करती है कि उन्हें लोकसभा की सदस्यता से निष्कासित कर दिया जाए। जो सदस्य इस प्रस्ताव के पक्ष में हाँ कहें, जो विरोध में ना कहें, मेरे विचार में निर्णय हाँ वालों के पक्ष में हाँ वालों के पक्ष में प्रस्ताव स्वीकृत हुआ।
TMC's Mahua Moitra has been expelled from the Lok Sabha. This decision came after half an hour debate on the floor of the House, after which there was voting on ethics panel report in the payoff scam.
ये भाई सब एक कॉमन सेंस पे आधार पर मैं ये पूछना चाहती हैं, तो इसलिए मैं आप मेरा तरफ से, मेरी पार्टी की तरफ से सर आपसे ये मांग भी रखी है कि 3-4 दिन की मोहलत अब दिए करो और इस बीच हम सही ढंग से पढ़े, विचार विमर्श करें और फिर सदन में आकर एक सही ढंग से चर्चा कर जो आप चाहते हैं।
The ethics committee at best can make a recommendation that whether a person is guilty or a person is innocent, it is this House sitting as a jury which has the powers to decide the quantum of punishment, Mr. Speaker. So therefore, the recommendation of the ethics committee is fundamentally flawed in my respectful submission.
यदि इस संसद का कोई सदस्य अनएथिकल कंडक्ट करता है, रूल्स एंड प्रोसीजर्स के बाहर काम करता है, तो ये सदन वो सदस्य को सदस्यता से बाहर निकालने का काम भी ये सदन कर सकता है। एंड नोबडी इज अबाउ द लॉ ऑफ द लैंड।
Before you are going to expel her, why not she will be allowed to speak for few minutes? What's wrong in it, sir? So I urge upon you with folded hands. Let Mahua speak on behalf of Trinamool Congress Party as a Speaker of our party.
एक जब परंपराएं हैं और पूर्ववर्ती अध्यक्षों ने जो कुछ भी रूलिंग, जो कुछ भी अपने वक्तव्यों में देते हैं उसको हम बोलते हैं अध्यक्षीय निर्देश, और उस अध्यक्षीय डायरेक्शन को हम हमेशा पालन करते आए हैं और उसको एज ए रूलिंग की तरह मानते हैं। ये हमारी परंपरा रहेगी।
After the heated debate in Parliament and expulsion, Mahua Moitra had another meltdown.
The ethics committee has no power to expel. I'm 49 years old. I will fight you for the next 30 years inside Parliament, outside Parliament.
But what about charges of accepting cash for posing questions, expensive luxury items being received as gifts, paid foreign travel?
पहला हमने कहा है कि इन्हें एक्सपेल किया जाए। संसद की मर्यादा होती है, संवैधानिक प्रक्रियाओं की अवहेलना हम नहीं कर सकते हैं। इट्स अ क्वेश्चन ऑफ द डिग्निटी ऑफ द पार्लियामेंट एंड वी हैव टू फॉलो द पार्लियामेंट्री प्रोसीजर्स। तो इन्होंने संसद की मर्यादा का उल्लंघन किया एक, तो इसकी वजह से इनका निष्कासन संसद से, लोकसभा से किया जाए।
Can corruption charges be brushed off under the garb of freedom of expression? Let's debate.
Supreme Court and Rajya Sabha Member of Parliament Mahesh Jetmalani first with me tonight. Mr. Jetmalani, she's had a complete meltdown, right? But there's very little sympathy for her. The argument that they are putting out is that the Ethics Committee can make a recommendation, but the Ethics Committee cannot decide on her disqualification. What's your take on that? That was the one sliver of argument put out in her defense by Manish Tiwari particularly.
I think it's completely misconceived. They're clinging on to straw. I mean, they're clutching at straw. Now, fact of the matter is that the Ethics Committee has the power both to find somebody prima facie guilty of unethical and immoral conduct, and also to recommend, expulsion. It's a recommendation, and that has to be accepted by the House. Ultimately, it's the House which has accepted both the finding of prima facie guilt and also the expulsion sentence. So I don't know. I mean, this is a complete, it's a non-argument if you ask me. It's been done even before in the Raja Rampal case. That's the same thing that happened. It's been upheld. In the cash for vote scam, if you remember in the early 2000s, the same thing happened. And the Supreme Court upheld it. It was the House that actually expelled him finally. But by a vote, it was put to vote. The House that expelled him. And the Supreme Court Constitution Bench upheld it.
So, Mr. Jetmalani, my problem is that given the terrible and dirty crimes she has committed, how can she just be removed from Parliament till the next session? I mean, a person like this has disgraced Parliament. Should she not be banned for life? Isn't this a farce that she is removed from this session and be allowed to contest, the next time? I mean, she could very well, because Mahua Moitra and Mamta Banerjee made this an ego issue. So Mamta Banerjee will give her a ticket, and if she wins, she's going to be back. And that's going to be even more disgraceful, isn't it? She's going to do it all over again then.
She's not been suspended for Parliament. She's not been suspended. She's been expelled from Parliament. So for this Parliament, entire tenure of this Parliament, she ceases to be a member of Parliament. But she can stand again.
But that is only till May.
Yeah, that's only till May. Yeah. But I mean, you can't expel a Parliament can't expel somebody for beyond the session for which its life exists. You can't bind future parliaments. That's well established.
I have a problem with that, given what she's done. I mean, how can a person like this, who's given parliamentary access to foreign countries, be allowed to get back in 6 months?
But then the criminal law kicks in. No, the parliamentary privileges, ethics committee and parliamentary privileges has its limitations. This is a prima facie guilt of immoral and unbecoming conduct.
What is it in terms of a crime? By the CBI investigation, what kind of punishment does compromising national interest and selling parliamentary access and allowing parliament access from foreign countries and selling the IP for business interests, what kind of scrutiny or punishment does that invite?
7 years to life. I mean, 7 years to life. So it's a serious offense. It's the national security point is one aspect, right? That she has endangered national security by giving an outsider, somebody who's not a part of the parliamentary process at all, access. And particularly somebody with a vested commercial interest, right? She's given access, and that access could lead to, the entire mail ID system of Parliament being compromised. There could be cyber attacks, as the committee has been pointed out, and bills could be exposed. Such as the JNK bill. That's one aspect. What this really started off, that became a later discovery about giving an ID access to Darshan Hirandani. The other aspect is the cash for votes aspect of it, the cash for questions aspect. Raja Rampal, a constitutional bench of the judgment of the Supreme Court, has passed a judgment in which that merits expulsion from Parliament. Look, expulsion from Parliament, I mean, it just so happens that you only have a limited tenure left of this Parliament, right? But the expulsion itself is a huge taint on an MP. It's a huge taint. So let's not underestimate the gravity of the crime just because there's a limited tenure of this Parliament. And the real charge is, not just compromising the entire parliamentary ID system, right? The mail system, email ID system, by giving the login password to a crony of hers or a friend of hers or a commercial, backer of hers. But it really is the fact that the questions she posed were against money. It was not an independent exercise of mind out of public interest. She was not merely the spokesperson of somebody venting commercial grievances, but she actually allowed him to be her alter ego. It was his questions. There was no application of mind by her, and that is troubling.
If you go back to 1951, I find an interesting case out here where there's a Congress MP, H.G. Mudgal, forced to resign from the then Parliament, Provisional Parliament, on September 24th, 1951. He was forced to resign, Mr. Jetpalani, for allegedly tabling questions in return for a remuneration obtained from those with business interest. The difference was he was so ashamed at being caught that he resigned prior to the voting. Unlike Mahua, who was obstinate and continues to cry vendetta. And I always take a position against Nehru. I feel he was a weak and inefficient prime minister. But Nehru actually said at that time that if we don't sack this man, then doubts will arise in public mind as to whether the House is very definite about such matters or not. So Rahul Gandhi's great-grandfather had forced the resignation of a person caught in a similar case. The charges against her are more serious, but you see a completely different response. I mean, it's crazy. This kind of ganging up and let's defend Mahua. What's going on here? Do the people defending her not know what this is all about, Mr. Jethmalani?
But, times have changed a lot. I mean, the sort of standards of corruption and the vigilance over corruption of much lesser magnitude in the old days, right? What is happening. People are being caught with huge stashes of cash. From the 2G scam onwards, the coal scam, things have the amounts have come astronomical. Corruption and expelling members of parliament is one thing, but ultimately, I keep saying that the law has to have teeth. You have to get convictions in courts of law. The 2G scam is now, 2011, etc. There's an appeal pending. Somebody got acquitted, right? All the accused got acquitted in that matter. There was no offense disclosed according to the trial judge. But the appeal is still pending. So the deterrent really is a conviction, which then haunts you for life. Just arresting people and putting them into custody, denying them bail, that doesn't prove the case. So you have to get a conviction that this person
certainly doesn't.
Yeah, and that's one of the weaknesses of our system.
Yeah.
It really is the weakness of our system. And unless somebody gets put into jail for a long time, right, as a convict, not as an undertrial, you are not going to get a deterrent. You're not going to get deterrence in corruption matters. The fact of the matter is, people
no doubt about it.
Are willing to game the system because the consequences of a conviction are far more serious.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Mahesh Jethmalani, thank you very much. I mean, this is such a terrible case. Such a terrible case. But what is more terrible is the brazenness with which Mahua and her supporters are dealing with this matter. Mahesh Jethmalani, thanks very much. I want to go straight to the debate. Ladies and gentlemen, I think I have Shazia Elmi with me and Vineet Goenka, Anirban Banerjee, Anubrata Roy, who is joining us. He supports the TMC, Vivek Silas, Pankaj Sharma and Anjali Rai. Defending the indefensible, I have the whole report here with me. Anjali Rai, again, once you're caught on the wrong foot out here, there's nothing to defend. You see, according to page 47, para 57 and point number 3, Mahua Moitra gave her login access 47 times. 47 times from the United Arab Emirates. She was saying, I was accessing it, but she wasn't even there. Anjali Rai, she was lying. She was not there. Why are you supporting her?
Arnab, I'm disappointed to see that you have very mercilessly and ruthlessly given your decision against her in your media trial. Similarly, the Ethics Committee also acted like a quasi-judicial body and fixed the quantum of punishment. Mr. Jethmalani said that it was only a recommendation. If it was a recommendation only, then why wasn't she given a fair chance to defend herself in the parliament? She wasn't allowed to speak and defend herself in the parliament. And you said that she answered, one of the answers which she gave to the ethics committee was, it's
no, come to the point, Anjali Rai, my question is, Ms. Rai, my question to you is, we need to be very clear what we are talking about here. Listen, you want to play the victim card, you can do it. But my point is, did she, Anjali Rai, did she sell? Did she sell her parliamentary privilege for a price? Did she sell her parliamentary privilege for a price? Did she sell? Did she sell her parliamentary privilege? Did Darshan Hiranandani get access to the major port authorities bill, the mine and minerals bill, the Jammu and Kashmir reservation amendment bill, the Aadhaar laws, the finance bill, the taxation bill, the foreign contribution amendment bill, the energy conservation bill, and so on? You know, this is so horrible and dangerous. a private businessman buys an MP's rights. A private businessman says, I will buy your rights. And the opposition unites for this. Shazia is on the debate. A terrible incident is happening before our eyes. We should all rise up against horrible cases of corruption like this.
It should have been decided by the court. But she wasn't given any chance to defend herself in the parliament or in the ethics committee. Yes, and you said that she said it's none of your business. Why did she say it's none of your business? When the ethics committee asked her indecent questions that with whom do you talk at night, till what time do you talk to somebody at night, then she gave this answer. So don't please give a half picture of the reality and let the court decide. We have nobody to decide on.
I'm sorry, I've not given a. Yes. I've not given a half picture.
Nowadays, what we see is.
Please understand how grave. Anjali, I'm letting Shazia respond to you now. The debate is open. Shazia, please. Anjali, Shazia, please. Thank you.
So I'm. Anjali ji, are you probably confused? We are talking about the Ethics Committee of the Parliament, which is an extension of the Parliament, which is supposed to make recommendations on which the House acts. And this is what the Speaker has said today. So the recommendation was, and this is based on Mahua's own declaration and confession that she has given her login credentials. And what is very amusing about the entire matter is that what is a taint of calumny is being brandished as a badge of honor. And the fact that she's a woman is being used, which has no bearing whatsoever on the entire matter. Whether you're a male or a female or transgender, cisgender, it doesn't matter. An act of corruption, impropriety are the same for everybody. Now, because she herself has admitted, and there is a written affidavit by her friend, and let me tell you, I mean, I can just mention a few of those. Now, in matters of real estate, energy, petroleum, and other interests, she is doing, I mean, there is something called corporate lobbying. It is done overtly, covertly, but the person she is speaking for and giving the login credential to has a direct conflict of interest with the other business group, conglomerate, Adani Group. And there is also corporate rivalry and bidding that is done. And now when we look at 12 major questions, one is on, there are 4 on Dharma Port, 5 on Kolkata Port Trust, where clearly Hiranandani Group has business interests. And there is one on H Energy, which is the company's energy unit. These are 12 of the 62 questions. Now 50 questions out of 62 are based on these matters, where one corporate group stands to benefit financially. And we're looking at big tenders and big contracts, state governments and the center. Tell me who could call it ethical from which angle? Do you think it's all right with you that if I were to be an MP, I would give my login credentials to a businessman who I say, oh, is a friend of mine, who is just helping me with questions, when those questions actually elicit information which would benefit a particular group? No, so in so many ways it is wrong. And
if you look at
you being a woman,
if you look at, I'm only reading from I'm only reading from what Jay Anand Dehadrai stated to the Ethics Committee on page number 9, point number 2. Please note, the undersigned witness, Mahua Moitra, received multiple valuable gifts such as iPhones, diamond and emerald jewelry, luxury items such as scarves from Hermes and Louis Vuitton, 35 pairs of shoes from Salvatore Ferragamo, dozens of bottles of expensive French and Italian wines, packets of luxury cosmetics from Dubai, bags from Gucci, and crocodile leather bags from Berluti, regular delivery of packets of cash, both in Indian rupees and UK pounds sterling, payment of salaries of staff members on a rolls, extensive designing and technical support from the Mumbai Hiranandani Construction Department for her 9B Telegraph Lane official residence. Now, the question is this.
And
this is a very, very serious
trips,
allegation.
36 foreign trips.
And it has been accepted by, it is an allegation which has been accepted by the fellow accused. Pardon me? Where is the cash? After this, you want cash also?
He's saying, where is the cash?
Where is the cash?
ये काफी नहीं था? Vinit, he is saying, where is the cash? इसके बाद cash भी चाहिए आपको?
Just because, no, of course not. Somebody levels an allegation and you just consider it just
well done.
favoring the BJP. Just because
one minute. Vinit, let him complete.
So no need of any proof, no evidence.
To shamelessness.
No, so what is the logic? You need no proof, you need no evidence. Just a leveling allegation is enough just because that favors the Adani BJP cabal. That's it.
There is all the proof.
India, in this
there is all the proof. In fact, the biggest.
And this favors Hiranandani cabal.
What is the proof?
Anirban.
And this favors the Hiranandani cabal.
Anirban.
So where is the proof?
Hiranandani and Mahua cabal. So that's all right.
So why not stop their investment in Uttar Pradesh? Why not stop their investment in Uttar Pradesh, ma'am? Okay, stop the Hiranandani.
Louder, please. I can't
hear. If Darshan Hiranandani is part of this crime, why don't you stop their investment in Uttar Pradesh?
Why not stop in Rajasthan? Why don't you stop? Why don't you stop in Kerala?
Yes, you please do that. Please do that. Please do that. Rajasthan is now ruled by the BJP. Stop it.
You do that.
You are accusing Hiranandani of being an anti-national. You are accusing him of being a criminal.
No, you are the ones who are accusing.
So why are you allowing their investments?
You are the ones who are accusing.
And in this case, where is the proof? Just because the BJP says something, there's no need of any proof. That is your argument. Ma'am, is that your argument? You can do better than that, Shazia.
There are 36 foreign trips.
You can do better than that. Please have some better logic now.
There are 36 foreign trips, my dear friend.
You are saying that you need no proof.
Mahua Moitra took without informing the House.
Where is the proof? Where is the proof?
Every member of Parliament is supposed to...
Okay, where is the proof?
Okay, 1 minute.
Packets of cash, 2 crores of cash,
Anirban, don't repeat yourself like a broken record. You're sounding like a broken and battered record which is repeating the point on where is the proof. I'll get it. I'll listen to me. I'll tell you the proof is in what she has said. Now let me tell you. Anirban, will you please understand, she has accepted that she has done it, Baba. You are defending when she is not defending. Fact of the matter is she has accepted. She was giving the access.
She has done what?
And she has compromised the parliament. The only question you are saying, did she get this much money or did she get lipsticks and scarves? She says, I've got lipsticks and scarves.
Where is the proof?
She says, I got lipsticks and scarves. Dehadra is saying she's got a lot more. Let the CBI investigate that part. But for a person, but I would say with all the strength at my command, for a person who has sold a parliamentary access for a price, sold a parliamentary access and then said, no. He was helping me build my house because he's a friend. I was using his cars because he's a friend. He was giving me scarves and lipsticks and gifts because he's a friend. And you uncool people don't understand that friends do this. Well, we are not cool. We do want to know why is it that she was asking for questions for the person who she was acting on behalf of as a corporate plant. She was a corporate plant. Understand? A corporate plant.
So if that is the case,
that is what she is.
Okay, so if that is the case, Darshan Hiranandani
a corporate lobbyist who is on the rolls of Hiranandani and now caught red-handed.
Why was Darshan not summoned by the ethics committee?
Okay, support her. People will decide.
Not summoned by the ethics committee?
Because Darshan is not an MP. No, Darshan will be in the criminal matter.
So why was Jai Dehadrai summoned?
He will be.
So why was Jai Dehadrai summoned?
This was about Mahua's conduct.
Is Jai Dehadrai an MP? What are you saying?
And there is a written affidavit by Darshan Hiranandani, which has been...
So was Jai Dehadrai an MP?
Do you even hear
Jai
what you're saying?
Dehadrai deposed before the committee. He was summoned before by the committee. Yes, you hear what you are saying. Jai Dehadrai is not an MP. He was summoned by the ethics committee.
I'm saying
yes, I can, and I can completely sense the lack of logic in your argument.
And propriety of Mahua Moitra,
I can completely sense your lack of logic.
That she gave her login credentials.
Yeah, every person involved in that case has to be summoned.
Out of the country,
every person involved in that case has to be summoned.
US,
whether he or she is an MP or not doesn't matter.
I don't think it's all right.
Non-MP can also be summoned. Jai Dehadra was summoned before the committee. Why was Darshan not summoned by the committee?
47 times.
What is the rule that she broke? What is the rule that she broke? Give me the article number. Give me the law. Give me the article by article number. What is the law she broke? Yeah, okay. Of course she admitted.
Anirban, I'll tell you a simple fact. Anirban, don't repeat yourself. I want to be louder. I want to be visible on the screen. Anirban, you're sounding very silly because I'll tell you why. Anirban, will you be quiet because I don't want to speak over you. I'll tell you why you have come unprepared into the program and you are going to be very embarrassed when I'm going to tell you something. So it's better you open your ears and start listening to me. Fact of the matter is, 1 minute. Fact of the matter is, see Vivek, see Pankaj, see Vivek, see Pankaj. She has said that I gave my parliamentary login, ID, passwords, everything to Darshan Hiranandani. She has said it, page number 36 of this report. She has accepted her guilt. You people are making a big mistake by coming unprepared and not reading the details which I have with me. I have with me her answers which have been published, and kindly Anirban keep quiet now because you are saying she has not accepted anything and I am saying not only Anirban, will you be quiet? It's so irritating, Baba. I am saying something to you. My question is, Vivek Silas, please be clear that she has accepted that she has given entire access of parliament to Darshan Hiranandani. Okay, then she has said that not just that, Darshan Hiranandani's company has helped me in the renovation of my houses. So she has taken material things. Then she has always said, I have used his cars, okay, I have got gifts from him, I have got my house renovated by him, and I have allowed him to use my parliamentary access. So case is closed. Vivek, iske baad there is nothing to defend. You people from Samajwadi Party and Aam Aadmi Party, I don't know what your compulsion is. She has accepted her crime and you people are coming on television to defend her.
Of course.
No, I can't believe it. I really can't believe it, Vivek. What are you doing?
Can I speak? Yes, I'm fine.
Yes, Vivek.
Well, yes, I need to ask some questions. Even if we believe that Mahua Moitra has done something terribly wrong, okay, we believe that. The CBI inquiry has to be done yet. You read the page 7 of the Ethics Committee report, but please go and read the page 52 of the Ethics Committee report, which says Mahua Moitra ji is unethical, heinous, and a criminal. That is what the ethics report says. And on the other hand, they say that this is a matter of investigation. So they contradict their own things. The only thing I want to ask today, when the government of India is going to summon Mr. Darshan Hiranandani, if he has given a bribe to Ms. Moitra, okay, even if we agree to that, when the government of India will be summoning Mr. Darshan Hiranandani, you talked about 1951. I'll take you down to 2005. When 11 MPs were caught on camera taking bribes, 6 of them were from the Bharatiya Janata Party. With all due respect to Mr. L.K. Advani, whom I respect him a lot, he said, this is a foolish act by the member of parliamentarians, and expulsion is a hardcore step that has been taken. That is what Mr. L.K. Advani said in 2005. Though they were caught taking bribe right in front of the camera, I think, Arnab, you must be remembering that. It seems it's a directorial decision by the Bharatiya Janata Party, and there is a hint of conspiracy also against the opposition. Article 14 of the Constitution gives us the privilege of self-defense. She was not allowed to speak in the parliament. Even criminals are given a chance for their verdict. What action the government has taken against Mr. Hiranandani? That is the biggest question.
There is no such precedent.
Ma'am, please.
The committee.
We need to have a better debate than that.
The committee.
That is what. That is.
What? No, you are not being honest.
No, the question is. Okay, I will put this question to the test tonight. I will put this question to the test tonight.
Page 52
none of them got
of the Ethics Committee report. Have you read
but
it?
in the committee.
You are unprepared. You don't know anything. You don't know actually anything.
What is
misogyny? No. That is the excuse she used for not answering questions in the
Arnab,
committee
please ask
where
her
she
under
was
what
supposed to
rule?
speak.
Under which rule the Ethics Committee has given this decision? Ma'am, please tell me. Under which rule? What was the rule? Can you tell me? You cannot because you are underprepared. You are not prepared at all. You under which rule, ma'am? Please tell me.
In modified India, you cannot question Adani. That is the rule.
Corruption is corruption.
This government is being run by tycoons and especially Mr. Adani.
Corruption is corruption. Giving
this
a
government is being
ID
run by
and credentials to Hiranandani
by the tycoons and industries. Nothing more than
okay, I'll 1 minute. Vivek, it is 1 minute. Can I be on air, please? Shazia, 1 minute. Shazia, 1 minute, please, Shazia. Vivek, please, Vivek, there is something called, 1 minute. I don't know if Shazia knows or not. My question to you is, please understand there is a procedure which has been followed. There are a couple of, please will you stop shouting? Please will you stop shouting? You see, the Committee of Ethics of the Lok Sabha has the right to make recommendations. The first point is unethical conduct. The second is contempt of the House. The reason is the sharing of her Lok Sabha login credentials. That is, her user ID and password of the Lok Sabha members portal to unauthorized persons, among whom is a person who has foreign residency and is resident in a foreign country, right? Under National Security Paras 55 to 63 of the report, these are very serious misdemeanors, and which is why she has been expelled from the 17th Lok Sabha. Now, the other aspect is contempt of the House by way of accepting money, cash and kind, amenities and various other facilities accepted by Srimati Mahua Moitra from Darshan Hiranandani, who is based in Dubai. He is a business tycoon who is based in Dubai, who has taken her access, given her gifts. Now look at the way she talks. I'll tell you what she talks. She says, suppose I take a sari worth 2 lakh rupees from him, what is the big deal? It's a private gift. Now, what kind of language is this? You are giving him access, he is helping you renovate your house, and now you are saying, and I'm quoting here, who does she think she is? If you ask her, when did you go to Dubai and where did you stay, she will turn that around and say, no, somebody is asking me who I'm sleeping with. That's absolutely not what was asked. You are twisting the questions. This is very, very mischievous and malicious behavior. It's dangerous conduct. It's completely irresponsible. And she has no right to do this. She has disgraced herself. We feel absolutely revolted like a person like this has behaved like this in Parliament. Pankaj is on the debate with Vineet. And this is not about her private life, who her present boyfriend or ex-boyfriend is, what her personal relationship is. Vineet is on the debate. Vineet, should all MPs sell their parliamentary access?
Arnab, Ram to you, Ram to all my co-panelists and all the viewers who are watching me. Kabir said, Mango liyo kapdo, mango liyo makan, sasto kar diyo iman, sasto kar diyo vishwas. She has brought expensive clothes, furnitures for selling her own. So this is a classical case where she compromised the security and also the trust of the voters who have trusted her in the parliament. The committee cited Section 66, read with Section 43 of Information Technology Act 2000, which prescribes punishment for sharing ID and passwords in a fraudulent and a dishonest manner. with an imprisonment of term up to 3 years and a fine up to 5 lakh rupees or both. Let me also read the next paragraph. The report said if the login credentials for MP were given to unauthorized person, it enables the person to access important documents that may interfere in the affairs of the parliament by manipulating parliamentary information to serve their commercial interest or ulterior motive. It's a classical case of a corporate mercenary doing things on considerations by the corporate. She should not only be expelled, but she should be expelled entirely for her entire life from the parliament if there is a provision. If not, then there should be some provisions being made in the next house where such kind of people should be out. This is in a case where she has taken considerations not only to share the passwords, but she stood up on behalf of that corporate house to malign the country, malign a corporate house. She was acting on behalf of that person. She is herself nothing but a corporate mercenary. It's a new way of terrorism. Paisa lo or sawal pucho. She has broken the trust of the voters. She has excellent example of how a terrorist can behave inside the parliament as an enemies within. So we should not go by this particular cry and foul that where is the evidences. She herself has accepted this.
Pankaj, Vineet, 1 minute. You're not responding to the question, Vineet. 1 minute. Pankaj. No, you're reading a prepared statement. Anubrata and Pankaj. Here's a point. I'm sharing this with you as one Indian to another. Now, what happens is, if you get the login credentials, right, you can get advance knowledge of details of what is coming up in Parliament. Sensitive national security material. Such as, for example, there is a Jammu and Kashmir delimitation bill, Pankaj, 2019. The Jammu and Kashmir delimitation bill is circulated well in advance. It goes into the hands of Darshan Hiranandani, who is normally resident in Dubai, United Arab Emirates, and he has a lot of associates who are foreign nationals and Americans and British and maybe even Pakistani. Suppose a Pakistani or an American gets advance access to the Jammu and Kashmir delimitation bill. This will immediately compromise our national security. I hope you're understanding what I'm talking about, Pankaj. इस चीज़ों को lightly मत लीजिए. अगर हर दूसरा MP ऐसे बेचना शुरू करेगा ना और justify करेंगे बाहर आके ड्रामा करके चिल्लम चिकी करके, this country is going, national security is going to go for a toss, Pankaj.
See, first of all, Mr.
You need to set an example here.
First of all, Mr. Goswami, why have you written anti-BJP on the top of my frame? I am not anti-BJP. I may have certain difference of opinion on certain issues. So this is an unethical conduct on your part. So please remove this. Now, I have a serious query.
Are you on this subject anti-BJP or pro-BJP on this subject? On this subject, are you anti-BJP or pro-BJP?
See,
on this subject, are you anti-BJP or pro-BJP?
See, what is...
If you say I'm pro-BJP in this, I'll say pro-BJP. BJP is for expelling her. If you're anti-BJP in this, I'll say anti-BJP.
So please let me give my opinion on this issue. I have a serious query which seasoned and accomplished journalists like you and very knowledgeable your political associate friends can surely answer. See, there can't be two opinions that no member of parliament is above the decorum of ethics. And for that matter, why only an MP? Any bureaucrat, any lawyer, any doctor, any social activist, anyone, even business persons, however big they are, should get punished for their underhanded dirty dealings, isn't it? So the question is whether the business person who was an unauthorized person who was using this MP's login ID to pursue his business interests and was bribing her with money, cash and kind, amenities and various other...
She does not deny. She does not deny that she gave. Anubrata also. She does not deny she gave her ID to a businessman. She does not deny that he uploaded questions. She uploaded questions written by him. She does not deny she received expensive gifts.
No,
she does not even deny.
Mr. Goswami, I want to
She doesn't deny and you defend her.
Arrogance, it's not only arrogance, it's a sheer
Yes, go on,
display
speak,
of
Anubrata.
Anubrata,
go ahead.
Mr. Goswami. Mr. Goswami, I want a slight change in today's topic hashtag. May I speak? Mr. Goswami, I'm getting zoned out.
The report of the ethics committee had its impact on national security. He has been luring.
It's not my problem. If you're getting zoned out, you can certainly speak.
His rival businessman and on whose dictate
yes,
MP
I'm getting zoned out because the other person is speaking, right? Mr. Goswami, look, I want a slight change in today's topic.
With an intention to malign and
BJP
Prime Minister
Anubrata louder.
BJP time up. Why? Because you have to see what is happening in Rajasthan. But we are talking about this baseless comments what the committee has given. No one has proven. Not the CBI has proven anything. Not the court has proven anything. And that 104 pages of white pages affidavit, it is not being signed by any notary. Not even a single signature was there. Even a small businessman has a notary in his stamp pad or his letterhead. Not even a single.
You are wrong. You are wrong. Why have you come unprepared?
What kind of?
Where have you got this from?
No, I'm not wrong. Look.
Where have you got this from? Why are you so unprepared?
Where is? Look,
why are you unprepared? It is unsigned notary. Where did you say that from?
I can write.
Where did you get that from?
I can write random things.
You said that Darshan Hiranandani's affidavit was
where did you get
unsigned and not notarized. That is what you said.
Where is the letterhead?
That is what you just said, and you are wrong. You are unprepared.
Who has proven it? Who has proven it?
Well, okay, Anubrata, first stop shouting, then I'll tell you. First stop shouting, then I'll tell you. If you stop shouting, I'll tell you. The affidavit has been signed, page number 48, point number 7. It's a sworn affidavit which has been made by Darshan Hiranandani and which has been signed in the presence of Miss. Please listen, yaar. Don't shout. If you have come unprepared, is it my problem? You are exposing your ignorance on my program. The whole country is watching you. You don't know what you are talking about. It has been signed in the presence of Miss Urmil Asirwal, Vice Consul of Attestation, on 20th October 2023. And both the sign and signature of Miss Urmi Asirwal, Vice Consul Attestation are genuine.
Where is the letterhead?
You guys, you're like, you've got a...
Who is going to prove it? Who is going to prove it?
Arey Baba, is that the insane argument you are giving? It has been proven by the Parliament of India. You want Parliament of Pakistan to prove it or what?
No, it's not insane. Where is the letterhead? I have a...
It's a mad argument.
No, I have a single question. Where is the letterhead?
Which letterhead?
Even a small...
Achha, what? You want to sign the letterhead? What argument hai?
No, I don't. Look,
hey, Baba, it is a affidavit, not a letterhead. You understand the difference between affidavit and letterhead, young man?
No, affidavit has
to be. Achha, anyway, Anubrata, this is a very bad situation that Mahua Moitra is in. I have a lot of I have a lot of views on this. One thing I'd like to say, she should not play the woman card. At all. She's been desperately trying to play the woman card. When I come back on the other side, why Mahua Moitra's attempt to play the victim card and woman card are totally flopping. This has nothing to do with her being a woman or a single woman. It has nothing to do with that. If she thinks by saying I'm a single woman, there is nothing in the world which says a single woman cannot commit a crime, a single woman cannot be part of an act of corruption. Another insane argument from Mahua Moitra and the Lutyens lobby when I'm back.